Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. So today we're going to get into this 2012 Troy-Bilt 21-inch push mower with a Briggs 550 EX Series 140cc engine on it. And this is a neighbor's machine. They just asked me to do a quick spring tune-up for them. So we're going to do an oil change, check the air filter, spark plug, blade, and deck. So I figured I'd bring you guys along. So let me get you set up and we'll get into it. All right, well, I usually start off with the air filter, see what the condition is there. That looks pretty dirty. And we got a spider web. Let's get that out of there. Okay. That's not too bad. I think I'll just blow this one out. This is actually a Stens number. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it looks like this has been serviced in the past. I'll have to put up the Briggs number for you guys if you have one of these machines and need this and your filter's in worse shape than this. But I'm gonna say that's good enough. All right, let me move you. We'll check the spark plug gap while I got this out. Okay. .5/8 plug. Looks pretty good. I think this is supposed to be 30,000, so we'll just double check that quick. Yeah. Just a little drag, so we're good. Looks like that was replaced too. Torch. Don't hear a lot of good things about those brand of plugs. I think, was it a Champion that's supposed to be in there? Okay. Let's move on to oil and blade. Okay, flipping this thing up. I always want to flip it up on the carburetor side up. Check the blade out. Okay, you guys can see. A couple dingers on there. Just want to make sure that's not bent. Yeah, we're okay. Just need sharpened. 5/8, if you're curious. Okay, let's sharpen it. Okay, set up to do a blade. I just use an angle grinder. This is actually a metal disc. If your blade's not that bad, flap disc does just fine, but a lot of these blades that I get, it's quicker for me just to use this. So I'm just gonna try to follow that edge, clean this thing up. It's pretty dull, so it might take me a while, and it'll be loud for you guys, so I might skip ahead a little bit, but we'll get this done. Okay, well, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it on this one. This thing almost needs maybe a new blade next season, which I'll probably recommend to them, but see all the dings in it. But it's usable. So we'll get this thing balanced and back on. All right, before we get the blade back on, let's scrape this thing out. starting to show the signs of the normal MTD rust in the front half here. I don't know if you could see that, but that's really thin right there. Maybe another reason to not get a blade right away for this thing, in case this thing rots out through the course of the year here. Get a block of wood in there. So the torque in the manual is 450 inch-pounds to 600. So I got this set to 480, somewhere around 40 foot-pounds. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, we're good. Okay, let's get this thing upright. All right, set up for an oil change. So I got it set up this way. I'm going to be clamping the bail bar with this to let it sit here and run for about 5 or 10 minutes. And the point of that is really just to get the engine oil warm so it flows out easier, and it sometimes will suspend debris or whatever that's in the oil that might have sunk to the bottom of the sump. Suspend that in the oil and kind of pour out with the oil change. So that's the reason I do that. And when it's warmed up, I'll usually put my foot against this wheel here and tip it on its side and collect the oil in this so I can kind of see what it looks like coming out. So get this thing started up, let it run. Not too bad. They did say that they had this changed last year, so that's probably about what I would expect after a season. So we'll get some new stuff in there. So I had looked up on the Briggs website. They give you a lot of options now on what oils you can use. I'm going to use 1030. I just refilled this container. The capacity's somewhere around 15 ounces, and I've got about that put in here. So that should be all we need, and I think that's what came out of it. So get this filled up, check the oil level. Let me get this mower leveled out and we'll check the level. All right, leveled out. It's always a challenge because I do not have a level spot in my entire yard. I think we're right there. May need a little bit more. All right, right on the money. Good deal. Okay, one last quick startup with the fresh stuff in there. Circulate that. Okay, so I think we'll leave this one here. The only thing I got to do yet is clean this up for my neighbor, but I don't have my hose hooked up yet for the year, so I'll probably do a quick wipe down and get it back to him. But pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover tune-up wise for you guys. But you guys let me know, would you have replaced the air filter and the blade? I don't know how well it comes through on video here, but I'm kind of the neighborhood mower guy, so I'm just trying to keep these things going with minimal parts cost to the neighbors, since it's kind of getting out of hand lately. But hopefully what we covered helped somebody out, or you guys found this entertaining. Thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.